We just had an interview with Bill Hamel. What an interesting character. I call him Collector Real Estate.
Bill Hamel, I have the joy of and the privilege of getting together with him every Wednesday for a group meeting called Toastmasters. And in that meeting, we get to share information, what's going on, what's happening. And it's really interesting to hear the daily operations from a asset manager point of view, as he's currently that's the job he's doing. But also, he has been a property manager before as well, where he has managed his properties, and is the amount of experience and the amount of stories that he has in his pockets is just amazing, unbelievable.
Definitely. I like the story that he talked about the ghosted house. That was funny. In my opinion, that would be hilarious if somebody would have come in and says, "Hey, I'm not working on it because there's ghost in it." And it was just an old man behind the wall that was making everything seem like a ghost house. How funny is that? That's hilarious.
Yes. And actually, Bill likes to share the transition between, when he went from being the operator and the everyday managing the properties to being more of a manager of managers, and then being transitioning that to acquiring more real estate. You become the person that you work on, and it's hard to let go of that personalities and become the next person that you want to be. So he's been sharing his journey through the transitions, and he has done it with a lot of coaching and a lot of personal growth and a lot of digging inside of his brain to
Structure.
restructure the way he thinks about the business itself.
Definitely. He definitely has a wealth of knowledge. Been in real estate since 21. Wow, that's amazing. Has his own brokerage and definitely all the aspects from being a property manager to buying acquisition manager to hiring people for his team. His team is humongous. And what he learned that's impressive, and I can relate to it, hire slow, fire fast. And he's actually living through all of that. It is so hard to make sure that your team is fused together and work together properly. It's the key to your running your business successfully.
Yeah, what I found very interesting also is when I asked him about the two ends of the stick when it comes to multifamily. Because, yeah, in one hand, you have to gross some money to pay back your investors, because people invest. It's Nobody has like all the money just to go and buy big properties. Like, most people don't. Some people may, but most people don't. So what the way we do it is that we raise capital, and then people will allocate 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 into a project that you are about to take on. Well, the promise is that those people are investing in you and in the project because they see that there is going to be an upside to it. They expect to have some revenue, some profits from that investment. So that's on one side of the stick. On the other side of the stick is the customers, the residents, the tenant base. Those are the people that are already living in the apartments. So on one hand, you have to raise capital to pay your investors, but on the other hand, you can't just keep on raising, because then your tenant base might be in danger of disappearing and going away somewhere else. So I was asking Bill, how do you marry both ends? And he said it very strategically. He says, "Well, I look for location. People that are willing to pay a little bit more will be looking for location." Oh, that's a great point. I never thought of that. The other thing is, I let my customers know what is my plan. I don't just go in there and by the way, your rent is $300 more next month. But he goes and tells them, this is what I'm doing. This is what's happening. This is who I am. But also, I will improve on this property. So it's not like I'm just charging you money, but I am planning to reinvest in the place where you are living. And I'm open to hear what improvements you want to see that the previous owner missed. So he has a plan, he has a strategy, and obviously he's going to do it with certain time and due diligence and all of that, so it doesn't damage any of the sites and any of the business as well, and he can continue to grow.
That's amazing. I know he talked about the customer service, and it's all about customer service strategy, customer service, and communication from both ends, from the actual tenants, residents, and the landlord. It's the key. It's a teamwork, to have a successful apartment complex. It's definitely a teamwork.
I want to keep talking about customer service, because there is a lot of things shifting in the world. A lot of industries are changing. For instance, people buy clothes on Amazon and shoes. So, how can the shoe stores and the clothing stores still get some of that revenue from personal shopping? And I think the key is the service in this date and age, 2023, it's actually hard to find good service. You go to a restaurant and you have a great waitress or waiter, and you're just like amazed that you found a great waiter. Why? Because they don't come as often as it used to be. Customer service has become a rarity and it has become kind of a luxury. It didn't happen. I mean, 10 years ago,
Mm.
customer service, I remember it being almost overwhelming. They were so nice. I also lived in Texas, so maybe that's why it was. But nowadays, it's a rarity. So yes, if people, whatever kind of business you have, if you can tap into your customer service experiences to your customers, I think that will improve your revenue.
Totally agree with you, Mina. It's all about customer service. People want to do business with people they like and enjoy to be around nowadays. And especially Bill mentioned about that at his stage of life, he wants to do things that he enjoys. So he must be really enjoying doing real estate and multifamily.
Well, yes, it sounds like he has found good communities, good people to do it along with. He also has, put himself in the middle and grown in all directions. Sounds like I've seen his journey, and it's just amazing because when I first met him, I actually thought, man, this guy has it figured out. He's been doing multifamily for decades. He started at 21. I mean, what was I doing at 21? And I was just like, I want to be like him when I grow up, right? And then to see him every Wednesday and hear his struggles and his challenges, and it's like, wow, he is trying to still grow. There is room for growth, and he sees it and he goes for it. It's a wonderful mindset, and it's not inherent, and you're not born with it. You find it when you start digging in and questioning things.
That's right. I totally agree with you. Practice makes it perfect, Mina. 100%. I also enjoy that he mentioned that he always will be in real estate and he always will be doing this, which is pretty impressive because you would think, hey, I've done this, I'm bored, but he must have really loved it and enjoyed what he was doing. And you could see that. You could see his passion, you could see his enjoyment, and you could see his heart working with the residents and helping them and helping even investors, make that residual income, that the check that comes in monthly into your mailbox, or right now it's not a mailbox because everything is digital, into your bank account. So it's definitely, impressive. And I would love to see his future projects. So anybody that's listening, please check with us because we will be following up on Bill. He's continuously increasing his portfolio, continuously buying more properties, and he's looking for investors to team up to actually go into his projects. So if you want to be part of Bill Hamel team and come in, let us know. We'll connect you. He also has amazing podcasts that you can listen to and definitely a lot of Facebook marketing that I believe he does. He's very active on Facebook. So check with us on his progress and we will check on his progress as well.
Yeah, that's really kind of you, Lily, to mention that. The reason why I think it's important that he is still in the same business and he plans to be in the same business is because you want people to be seasoned. You don't want somebody that just wants to come in and get rich quickly and then leave. You want somebody that is here, has been here, and is here to stick around no matter what. Except, of course, if the business is not profitable anymore, then we'll find something else to do.
Well, he did mention about that he pivots with the market. Like, remember, he talked about 15 years ago how multifamily wasn't that popular. Other spaces in real estate was popular, and suddenly multifamily is. So I think he's the type of guy that pivots with the market and pivots with the changes, and he takes it and maximizes that. I mean, you don't grow your portfolio to 65 million, if you don't have a vision and if you can adapt with things.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's pretty impressive. I'm impressed.
Yes, this was fun. We thank you for listening to us, and we hope to see you again on the next one. For now, keep on going, keep on growing, and keep yourself conscious. Last words?
That's right. Keep on growing and keep your mind open and keep on learning, listening, reading is definitely the key. And it's all about networking and surrounding yourself to the right people. Proximity is power. So if you're proximately close to the people that like to thrive in life and like to grow in life and help others, definitely proximity is power.
We'll see you on the next Decoding REI. This
See you
is Mina Ricky.
and Lidiya Korzhuk.
Bye.
Bye bye.